Good afternoon. It says we're live, and so let's see how long it takes for you all to find me on this auspicious day. I am standing in a different area right now in my house, and I hope it works out okay. We have had a huge X-flare. Hey, Kim, you're the first one I can see. We've had a huge solar flare. Big, 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 big. Our first X-flare in quite some time. So I'm just wandering this morning, got a lot of energy and feeling pretty good. Hey Brad, hey Heather, hey Cynthia, good day to you too. Hey Lori. Okay, just wandering about. That's one of my paintings there behind all the books. That you can't really see it. And you can see I'm a book person. There's also some of my sculptures there. So I'm going to be wandering through. You're going to be seeing a lot of strange things in the background because I'm an artist and very eclectic in the things I have around me. Big X-flare. Now, for those of you who are totally new, an X-flare is the highest solar flare available. So you can, flares go like this: A, B, C, then it jumps to M and X. The A and B we don't even count. They're just so low. We start at C, and M's are considerably good sized solar flares, but an X is really big. Let me show you little Sugar here. This is one of her mini beds. She's on a pillow and I can't get it to enlarge. There we go. Sugar baby, it's the tribe. And that's a stained glass piece I did that's behind her. Okay, X-flare, big one, X1.21 or 12, X1.21. And here is an image of it. Here we go. My kitchen is in the background here. I'm propped up on a shelf. This was big. You can see what part of the globe was being covered, especially because that's where the sun is shining on our earth right now. So the biggest, hottest spot was right there, a little bit of yellow, but I'm sure it was more dramatic than that, but this is what I caught in our image. So strong R3, radio blackout is in progress. That means some of you might have trouble using your GPS. You may have a little computer issues and phone problems like I've been having. And it was an X1.21. It was a good one. And it's been a long time since we've had an X-flare. So, yeehaw! I'm feeling good. A lot of us actually feel better during an X-flare than we do during a M-flare sometimes. And it depends on what part of you it affects, what part of you it hits, what levels. An X-flare, I saw someone explaining, will hit your higher divine parts, so to speak. Yeah, how about that? That's more stained glass in the background. Here, check this out. My kitchen is not fancy, but I did this fun copper work in the background there behind all my mini spices and such. And of course, more rocks in the windowsill. Lots of spices, and it's a working kitchen, but it's nothing fancy, as my house is not fancy. It's actually kind of like an unfinished house. How's everybody feeling after the X-Flare? How you doing out there? It's an exciting day. It's like we've broken through something. You know what I mean? It's like we have broken through some sort of lid that was over things. That's what it feels like to me. We have broken through not really a glass ceiling, but sort of like that. Like we've had a covering or a lid over things for a while. And now it's gone. It's our first X-Flare in quite some time. And Chipper is in here with us now. Chipperoo. So, I'm just rambling, y'all. Take care of your wee little selves today. Take care of your little fur animals. Be good to yourself. Be good to your friends and your family. And especially those that you love and that really love you. Be good to them. Be good to your wee little selves, as I often say. Because we are having a little push here. We're being pushed through a kind of tight, narrow place. We're being broken through, oh, that was a new word, being broken free and through a place of where we've been kind of blocked and confined and hindered and kind of held in stasis. But that's over now. And we're moving forward. So take deep breaths. Let's do it right now. Kind of wiggle around a little. Oh, who's that? Terry! Oh my goodness, girl. You got me just as I closed my eyes. That's funny. Thank you for the 500 stars. Thank you, thank you. And for those of you who are new to Facebook stars, that a penny, 1 cent, 500 stars is $5, like an American. 500 pennies. So thank you so much, Terry. Terry is such a blessing. She's the one that headed up the GoFundMe after my awful car crash where I got rear-ended, and because of that GoFundMe, I've been able to pay to go to the neurologist and all of that, and to live, because I was not very good at doing Facebook stuff. I wasn't supposed to be looking at screens while my concussion heals. Thank you, Terry. Such a blessing to me. My goodness. Okay. And both the kitties are here. They think that they need to be fed, it appears. They often think that. If I didn't leave the cans on the counter as I feed them each day, they would have me feeding them 12 to 15 times a day if I just forgot how many times I had fed them. They're so funny. X 1.21 solar flare. Yeehaw! That was big. And here we have this image. Now, see if I can hold this still. There are other images. Let's take a look. Let's go see what space weather is showing us here. Let's go to the 2 hours. And here you can see what the X-Flare looked like on this graph. See that darker red? That's into the X-Flare zone up above the M. And it occurred at about 11:45. Let's skip down a little bit here. See if it's showing us anything new. And we are still at this level. It's kind of holding an extended flare because, let's see, let me update this. And let's go back to the 2-hour setting. Look at this. This is where we are. We have now finally come down, it says, into the C range. Wait a minute. Nope. We're still in, C range. But you see how long it's taken from here all the way through to now. It's lasted a while. And let's see how much different this looks now. Oh, big difference, big difference. So we are definitely down in the C range and things have settled down. We have a type 2 radio emission, which may mess with your GPS and ham radio, and if you're into that kind of stuff. It also can mess with our technology, as in cell phones and everything, which I experienced some of that. Let's see what they will show us here. This is from Stereo Ahead satellite. We have an explosion right here of a flare. Wow. Pretty substantial, y'all. Look at that. Now it's settling down a bit. This seems to be its height right in here. That was big. Very big. And it continues with the images here. Okay, we're going. Wow, that's as far as it took us, to 1625. And here we are at 1700, if this is the correct day, which it is. So this must have been the X flare up here. Let's get back and look at it. Okay, this is it. This is what it looked like from Stereo Ahead. And these images are a little, see, this blast is covering this whole area. Looks sort of like a hot air balloon tilted to the side. And that one you can really see it. Let's touch this one and let it go big, and I need to back off. There you have it. There is our big X flare. Let's back up. So it was considerable and nice and big, but it affected me okay. I was finally talking to the insurance company. I've been having a terrible time getting in touch with them, and well, the woman that was over my case was basically ignoring me for over a month now. But finally I got someone else in the company that got involved in it. Now I'm seeing some action, and I'm really grateful. They may actually do something about my car, and I might be able to have them cover a rental for me, or get my old car, my Jeep, fixed. So it's all in the works right now. Chipper and Sugar Cats. This is their little feeding area right here. It's a mess. I'm not a housekeeper. That's not what I love to spend my time on. But anyway, I tell you, at the moment of the X flare, I was on the phone with the insurance company, a long-awaited phone call. I was like, oh my gosh, there's an X flare! So I was trying to use my iPhone to take images and pictures and to post while I talked to him. Meanwhile, a guy had just arrived with a load of gravel in a huge dump truck and was trying to talk to me. And my contractor, who's working on the campground, there was a lot going on, to say the least. A whole lot. That's just some of it. and an X-flare all at the same time. So I apologize for not coming on earlier and talking with you all while the X-flare took place, but I couldn't today. I tried. Okay, let's do something. Let's see if there's anything going on with the other charts. Hang on a minute. Let me look real quick and take a quick gander at all of this, because I haven't looked at it for a little while. Okay. Hang on. Let me just take a quick assessment of this situation and let you know what I'm seeing. All right, here we go. Here is the Russian Schumann resonance, and here we are. We have a lot of green horizontal. This means today will be a bit of a purging day. Issues in our lives may be dealt with today. Memories may surface on multiple levels, as you can see, because we know these are the hertz over here. This is the frequency, if I can get it to enlarge. Hang on. Hold on. That was showing some antibiotics I didn't take. Don't tell my doctor. Okay, here we go. Now, you see these hertz markings for the horizontal here. It's on multiple levels, going all the way across, and here's our activity. Whoops. Right here. And we have these horizontal, interesting, narrow lines at almost even increments. There's something going on here, a little unusual. I can tell you, though, from the look of this, you're going to be dealing with some things in your life that align with these frequencies today. Okay? If you want to know more about it, you can look at my featured post at the top of my page under the Schumann kit, which will show you all kinds of information, including a documentation in a little article I wrote that shows how the Schumann resonance correlates to our brain waves. And depending on what frequency is represented on the Schumann resonance that is active, that will be what is going on in your life. That's what will be being dealt with and focused on in our lives, because our brains correlate to these frequencies. All right, let me update this quickly. Kind of holding the phone suspended. Now, we do have some storming in Italy right now, as you can see here. And Cumiana is up here. So that is where one of the main stations we watch is. So it is very possible the activity that we will be looking at here can be influenced by the lightning strikes. But this is a lot of what it's been looking like for the last few days, actually, when there was not any lightning strikes to speak of. So here we are right now. This is our Cumiana, Italy, Schumann resonance chart. And we have some hot activity going on here. And look at the geophone up here. Look at that. Blue is the background. The hot pink and the white are all above and beyond. Okay, this is spiking right at the top. Almost clear straight out 100 hertz in the red, but it's a little broken up. Now, whether that is in reaction to lightning, I really can't say at this point. What we're sensing and feeling is might be a little bit above and beyond, you know, because we just had an X-flare. We may not be able to determine what we're feeling and what it's coming from, because such high energies happening here on this graph. You can see high energies, and you can see it here too. And all over these different charts. Let's just scan through. More high energy, more spiking over 100 hertz. Woohoo! Look at this one. This is the magnetic field. And we do have some of that color we love. But we have mostly green, but we are just seeing super loads of activity and a lot of odd anomalies here. I want to zoom in. Hope you can see it. Look at this. It looks like the sky in a Van Gogh painting. Kinda. Very odd. Very unusual. This was going on yesterday too, but I didn't show it. Just what we would call anomalous signatures, and more of the same. And right here we got that time compression thing happening. Come back here. I didn't want to go there. Look at that. Hold on, let me get back where I was. Okay. Look at this. This is crazy stuff. It says 10:13, 11:20, 10:13, 11:30, 10:13, and it's repeating these times, which we see sometimes when we're having weird timeline anomalies, but it may also, in this case, just be wonky technology that's gotten thrown off and out of sorts. Don't you love my scientific language? Okay. I want you to also take note of what you perceive as you look at these images. Quite a bit of this is a knowing inside, seeing these anomalies, seeing what is out of ordinary. And once you look at these charts quite a bit, you get a feel for what is normal and what is out of the ordinary. And that's a great deal of what we look for when we look through these. To see where spiking is taking place, where high energies are showing up, where we have anomalies, where things are over the top and perhaps unusual. For instance, right here. Do you see this odd purple line spiking up and going over all the others? And that is the 10 hertz. And it's just all over the place. And the others are much more consistent. Anything that is outside the box, we just kind of look at. But this is what we're looking at here. And let's see if this shows up consistently. And like I pointed out, we are having storming, however, all over Italy right now. Those are lightning strikes. So it could just be lightning in this case. I don't think anything huge is going on at this point with the magnetosphere, but let's look really quick. Let's take a quick look. This is pressure. Watch the slider going across the bottom. Of course, that's Earth right there. Half black, half white, day side, night side. You can see the shields defined. Looks sort of like a bow and arrow curve. And it's not showing us anything too well. There's an increase in pressure right there. Nothing to write home about. And see, what just happened with the X-flare has not arrived here yet. It usually takes a few days for any kind of energy, like from a CME or coronal mass ejection, to hit Earth's atmosphere. And that one was kind of off to the side. Now this is velocity, and we are seeing some significant activity here. So we got some stuff blowing past us. But it's nothing to write home about, y'all. So, like I say, it'll be a few days before we see anything coming as far as a CME, if there is one, from the X-flare we just experienced. There was a nice post right here in spaceweatherlive.com. There is the X-flare. Look at all the plasma and detritus that shot out to the side. Now imagine Earth looks like a BB next to the sun. That's a really big thing, a large, large blast of plasma. That was significant. Okay, now, besides the radio emission, the strength of the interplanetary magnetic field is moderate, so it's up a bit. We'll take a little closer look right here. This is the solar flare, and you can see how far it is on the right side of the sun, the right side with us looking at it. But we got that pretty X thing happening there. That is big, of course. Whether we will get clipped with any of that, I don't know. It's not a big probability. But let me clarify something. When we have a solar flare, the light that you see that shows up on that particular graph that shows where the sun is shining on the Earth, we will immediately have solar radiation, like from the sun, coming and hitting the Earth within 30 minutes, before 30 minutes is up. Oh, got a message from the gravel guy. That will hit the Earth right away, and it is a type of radiation. It is protons and X-rays that hit us, and it dissipates quite quickly. That does hit fast, but the big storm or whatever could come from it will be days later, depending on how fast the solar wind is. And I apologize for my appearance. I got right out of bed and began taking care of all this business, was getting calls from all these people, and so I haven't done anything with my appearance. I know you don't watch this to look at me, but I felt the need to apologize. Okay. Interplanetary. Oh, come on. Do a little zoom for me here. And you can see my Idaho and potato thing up there. I mix that into some of my soups to thicken it. I don't use a lot of flours or anything. Okay. Interplanetary magnetic field right there. So it's elevated. You see it's in yellow, going up more reddish. And this, the BZ is south. And when it's south, we feel it more. We are not in a storm according to the Disturbance Storm Time Index. And here's where Aurora will be at the very way up north and way down south. The KP Index is not notable. So we've had an overall look at everything, haven't we, Chipper? Say hi to everyone. Chipper Boo. Okay, he likes high places. Sugar's on the other side of him there. Beloved, I think we've covered it enough. X 1.21 solar flare today, and good day to surf the energies, a good day to dance the Shumba, a good day to take these energies and let them push you and thrust you through to a whole new place. And I did feel almost like this sounds funny. You know how you might have a bowl of food and then you take some of that plastic wrap and cover the top of it and seal it? That's what it feels like to me. It feels like we had a covering over us like that, so to speak, and it got removed today when this X-flare occurred. So it took off a type of ceiling above us. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more X-flares now and more energies breaking through which can certainly be useful to us. All right, let's do the heart-brain coherence meditation really fast. What we do is take your hand. If you're feeling nervous or anxious, or maybe your heart's doing flip-flops, or any myriad of things you could be feeling right now. By the way, wear your pendants if you have them. Wear your bracelets, the scalar energy stuff if you have them. Shungite if you have it. This is a really important time. Make sure you've got all that stuff on. And if you don't have any, go to my shop online, our shop, the energy shop. I'll try and drop it in the comments. And go check it out and pick some stuff up to help you navigate all of this. So, when we do this, it lets your heart, who's in touch with the great quantum field of possibilities, knows everything, communicates with your head, your brain, and they become into a unified torus field instead of separate ones. Now your brain knows how to fix things you're feeling and correct imbalances. And that's just sort of in a nutshell. You get superpowers, sometimes people like to say. So touch your heart area with your fingers. Bring your attention right here. Take a breath in and out. Imagine you're breathing into the heart area and out from the heart area. In and out. Kind of relax. Think of something you're really grateful for, something that is precious to you, important to you, that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for you all. I'm grateful for our page. I'm grateful for the way you all have supported and encouraged me through this really tough time with the injuries from that wreck. Yeah, that's touching my emotions. And that's what we want. You want to feel this. So think of something you're really grateful for. Let yourself feel it. And keep breathing in and out from the heart, imagining it coming in and out from the heart. And let's do this for 3 minutes. I will keep count, and I'll let you know when it's up. Let's begin now. In and out. Thank you. Very simple. Just breathing in and out from the heart. Thinking and feeling something you're really grateful for. These high energies can make this meditation really extra powerful. Breathing in and out. Thinking of something you're really grateful for. Thank you. Breathing in and out from the heart. Letting yourself feel and think about something you're very grateful for. Don't be surprised if you feel bliss and love and a connection with one another right here, no matter where we are in the world, and a connection to Source, Creator. A little bit longer. Ah, love, bliss, beautiful. Thank you. Okay, we're right at 3 minutes. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all so much. And Chipper and Sugar are here too, and they join us. They love our meditations. They like to be here when it's happening. So I love you. You have a beautiful day. Ride these energies. Let yourself rejoice. Dance. Get out into nature. Take a lot of deep breaths. Smile and know, even if you're feeling some very uncomfortable symptoms, this will pass. And it will get better. You will feel good again if you're one of the folks that is having a really tough time. It will get better. It will. When you're feeling that way, or if you're just feeling tremendous energies or change and memories coming through and interesting sensations, it's always a good thing to do the heart-brain coherence meditation. You can come back to the replay of this video and do it with us again, or you can go to the video I keep at the top of the page in the featured post. And every time it's just like we're all together doing it again. There is no time or distance or space in the spirit realm. Corrine. Hey everybody. And I'd love to hear it if you've experienced something that was outstanding or personal or relief. Maybe your symptoms disappeared. Hey Kathy. And Kalina says that was powerful. Thank you. I love you all very much. Mwah. Did you hear Chipper? Love you, and I'm gonna go now. See ya.